Kelly Bryant, quarterback out of Missouri, kind enough to join us now here on the Shrine Practices. We're out here, of course, at the Trade Winds Resort, the headquarters for the East-West Shrine Practices. Really nice enough to stop by and join us. First of all, how you feeling, Kelly?
I'm feeling good. Finally get down here to some good weather, out here in Tampa. I've just been enjoying the whole process, just getting ready for, the draft and just trying to take one day at a time.
So the challenge now of proving yourself to pros, how do you take that challenge on this week? What kind of an attitude do you use for that?
I want to take the same approach I had, entering the season. Like I said, just take one day at a time, just find something to get better at, just be a sponge, just try to soak in as much information, with all these coaches out here. It's just being around a great group of guys, being, representing their program and, just being able to, go to practice with them and, work against them. So just find a way to perfect my craft, whether it's on the field, off the field.
Okay, so what are you proving? What are you trying to prove to people this week?
I can play the position. I just feel like, my style of play, it's kind of, where the game is going. Just being able to, make plays outside the pocket with your legs, and just being able to extend and make throws downfield, but also being able to stand in the pocket and deliver and, strike. Just go through my progressions and just being able to show people I'm comfortable being on the center. It's something new, and I haven't done much, my entire career. So, just along those lines.
And I know that's where the game – I know that's where they're trying to lead the game. I just don't think this is going to be long a shelf life that's going to be long, because you tell me, Kelly, I got a problem with a quarterback running 200 times in the NFL. I think you will not have a long – eventually, Haloti Ngata caught up to RG3. Okay, Haloti Ngata weighs 340 pounds.
Yeah.
And he ended his run as at that quarterback spot like that. I fear that the guys that want to lean on the run eventually will not have a long career, and if you don't learn how to beat people from the pocket, you will not survive long term in the NFL.
Definitely, for sure. Just being a little mobile, that's just the biggest thing. You don't have to be just a guy that's gonna run. Like I said, you just got to be able to, make those throws in the pocket. They're asking you. You just can't just
by time.
Exactly. You just can't. Be your first instinct just to, run. And whether it's your natural ability or not. You got to be able to be a complete player, especially at that position of quarterback.
Because I feel like when I see athletic quarterbacks, I feel like you need to look at Russell Wilson. Not Lamar, because as much as Lamar was, fabulous to watch, it was amazing to watch what he was going to do, I just feel that's a time bomb, that eventually somebody's going to catch up to you. As good as he is, because he is a freakish athlete.
He's a dude, yes, sir.
He is freakish. But somebody's going to catch, because you're all talented. You're all freaks in that league.
Especially.
In college, you're not.
Yeah.
In college, some of you are.
Bigger pool.
Yeah, you guys are better than a lot of the guys you're going up against. But in the NFL, you're not better than almost anybody that's there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's where I fear for the game now. And we're trying to protect players. We're trying to keep them healthy. The quarterback position is so precious.
Yeah.
I don't want my guy running 200 times a game.
Only come a dime a dozen.
Right,
yes, sir.
Because Russell knows how to avoid contact.
Right.
He's like a master at that.
He is.
You know
yes,
what I
sir.
mean?
Definitely.
So talk to me about how you walk that fine line that you maybe don't want to go to the extreme of Lamar, but you got to try to be more like Russell Wilson.
It just find, like you say, finding that balance. I just think the biggest thing is just come with, experience, especially at that level, just getting as many reps and just, like you said, just watching, other guys like Russell and Deshaun, guys have been really, great about, making plays when it's there, but also just, knowing when to fold, knowing when to, take chances. Just, like I said, just finding that balance, it can be tough, especially for younger guys, just, instinct, like just kicking, I'm just going to try to get what I can get, rather than, okay, if a run may be there, but how I'm going to avoid a hit, where it's sliding, just taking unnecessary hits.
Kelly Bryant, of course, quarterback for Missouri, joining us here on the show. So, Kelly, when it's now hindsight's always 20/20. After you transfer everything, how do you feel that all worked out for you?
I feel like it worked out really well. It was a lot of self-growth in the process. Just looking back on that decision, I would make it, 100 times. There's no regrets. That was just basically, the thing for me, as I made the decision, to leave Clemson, I was like, if I'm going to do it, I just want to make sure, when my time of football is done, whether it's, a year or 5, 10 years, I don't want to look back, at that decision and be like, maybe I shouldn't have did it. But, now to this day, I'd have no regrets with that.
Yeah, because you got the opportunity that you weren't getting at Clemson at that point. So I'm wondering, how much of the game did you watch last night?
I watched it all. I was pulling for the boys. It was a hard-fought game, but, you got to give credit to LSU. Heck of a game, playing that they had. And, just I hate to see my boys, especially like I know a bunch of the older guys, that was their last game, wearing the orange. I hate how it ended for them.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. But what we saw was a really great team in LSU. I mean, to me, the people that think that Clemson, whatever, didn't do well or choked or some silly ass comment like that. Sometimes you're just not better than the other team.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It'd be like that, yes, sir.
It's pretty simple. It's not that you played terrible or that you choked or all that kind of crap that people come up with. To me, that's what I saw. Clemson started off really well.
Yeah, they did.
You thought, but then, LSU was able to kind of adjust.
Yeah, just flip, yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I think that's what you can live with that, right? It's what you can't live with is a lack of effort. What you can't live with
something that you can control. It's like when you're going hard, you put in your best effort. Of course, you always want to win, but sometimes it's not gonna. You're not gonna get what you want. But if you can live with, you did everything possible, then you can feel a little bit better with yourself. Like I say, you always want to win, but that's not how it works every time.
Have you been able to talk to anybody from the team?
Yeah, I talked. I'm really close friends. Yeah, DeAndre Overton, who just got here, and all the Clemson guys just got here. I talked to them, briefly, that was coming in. Isaiah Simmons, T. Higgins, Travis, Jordan Williams, Cornell Powell, they're really my close friend group there. Like I said, we're really good friends. They came and saw me play during their bye week. So, it's just a relationship, I built and just, had, with those guys ever since I left, Clemson.
So talk to me about Dabo, and we'll stop with Clemson after this. But what is it about him that is so likable? Because, I'm not a Clemson fan. I'm a UM fan, okay?
Right.
So I'm in the ACC too,
but
my team's a U, and I like him. He's likable.
Right.
Why?
What you see on TV is what you're going to get, outside, the field, practice field, and the game field. He's a player's coach. He's real genuine. He loves his players, and he will remind you that he loves you. And he might just come into, "I love you, man." And like, dang, for a grown man to tell me, that, and be like, okay, that gonna make me want to play harder. And that's what you see, as time's gone by. The guys, play hard, they love them. When you love somebody, you playing like that, you can't, you don't want to let them down. And for me, he gave me an opportunity, being from South Carolina, play in front of my home state. And I can't thank him enough for allowing me to get my degree there and just, like I said, just play at a high level. And so, I'm just thankful for that, my time there.
All right, so Kelly Bryant, of course, from Missouri quarterback, joining us here on the show. How have your interviews gone so far? How have the questions been? How have they challenged you?
They've been challenging a lot. It's like literally just pulling you, here and there. You get one interview done, you may think you're done for a little while. The next thing, you're getting a phone call or a text message. It's just been really good. This is the first time, I've been put in a position like this, just going through the whole process. So I'm just, like I said, just trying to soak it all up and just, just look forward, to what's ahead. Just make sure that, I'm putting the best me out there, during the practice field and also just in the interviews as well.
Do you feel like you're prepared for this moment, considering all the adversity that you've gone through in your career, whether it's professionally, medically, your junior year, you're vomiting blood? Like, walk us through that.
So junior year of high school, so I got diagnosed when I was at 15. I had Crohn's, and so junior year literally during the middle of a basketball game, halftime, throwing up like blood. Just wasn't really feeling well all week. Leading up to it, I hadn't even really played in the game, so instantly got rushed to the hospital in Augusta, Georgia, and so that's when they found out that I had a pulse pocket infection in my arm, tested the size of a softball. Instantly had to do surgery because at the time before that, I was getting like injection shots to like calm it down, and right when I got out of surgery, the doctor just came in and was like, if you would have got one more shot, because I was actually scheduled to have it right after the game, it could have burst and end up killing you. So, I'm a 17-year-old kid. Had a lot going for me at the time. Had a bunch of offers. I'm weighing 215, and instantly, in a matter of probably like 2 weeks, I'm going from 215 to 160. And I remember going into the bathroom, lifting up my shirt, and I instantly could just see my ribs. So, like I said, there's just a lot of emotions going on. Just, not really sure, what's ahead. Will I ever get back? And I had to learn to rewalk again. Wasn't eating. And then it was just a big challenge for me, and I was, able to overcome that. And here I am today, and I always lean on that, experience that I had, down there in Augusta. Like, if I can get through that, I can get through anything. And so, it's just been pretty much, my, backbone for me.
Now, when you're going through all of this, how much were you concerned about your career? Because a lot of people may not think that with Crohn's you're able to continue your career.
Definitely. Like you said, I was in the best possible shape at the time. I was weighing good, going through basketball, and I was getting interest from more schools that was calling. And
in basketball or football?
For football.
Okay.
And so, like, I was getting phone calls to go to, like, the camps, like the Elite 11. Everybody's trying to wonder where I was at and thinking I didn't want to compete. And they know I'm in a hospital bed, and some schools even backed off me. But then it was literally when Clemson called me and found out. They told me, if you're able to overcome it, or if you're not, we're still going to honor your scholarship. Your scholarship is good. So, that's what I was talking about, Coach Swinney just being so genuine and just, pure. And so that I said, how can me being a 17-year-old kid say no to that? That's just anything. That's all I can ask for. So
when he does something like that, and I know you had to leave and go to Missouri because it's what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
How tough? It seems like it must have been tough for you to leave also.
Exactly. Been there 4 years, just grinded with all my guys, my boys, built those relationships with the players and the coaches and people outside of the program as well, because, I'm from South Carolina. I had a bunch of people that was into school, family right there. And so, just when I had to make that decision, I tried my best not to let, personal emotions get involved with the decision, because I know at the end of the day, it's a business. They got to do what's best for them, and Coach Swinney had to do what's best for the team as well. And so, I just feel like I had to make a decision, and it was my decision. No one forced me, to do it. So I was like, I feel like I want to have the best opportunity, showcase, make the most of my last senior year. And, so that's why, I just decided, it's the best for me just to take the red shirt, and just thankful for the NCAA putting that rule into play, my last senior year.
So Kelly will wrap it up with this. Kelly Bryant, of course, quarterback for Missouri. Where do you go after this to continue your preparation?
Just keep training.
Where?
Right?
Where do you go?
I'm at MJP in Frisco.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So just back training, back to the drawing board, just take what when I'm finished here, just take, what the coaches told me, what to work on, what I'm doing well, and just go from there and just get ready for what's next.
South Carolina to San Francisco. Wow. Damn, you're far from home.
Yeah, it's a while.
But it's a beautiful city. I lived there for a while, and that's a really nice place, man.
Yeah.
It's like the only other place that I would probably live outside of South Florida. I think I'm blessed in Miami. But
hey, don't get better than that.
Yeah, but San Fran is, man, Northern California.
Yeah.
It's different than Southern California.
Right.
Like Southern California, I don't mind visiting.
Hey, not for long.
Northern California,
you can stay.
I can live. I can live there. That's for sure, man. So wish you the best, man.
Yes,
Kelly,
sir.
thank you very much. You sound like you're focused, and hopefully everything works out. Lord knows you've been through hell and back, man.
Yes, sir.
So you're tested, baby.
Exactly.
All right, you be good. Bless
Yes,
you, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. There you go. Kelly Bryant, man.